Estamos con Kim Hutchinson, directora de ventas de Zacuto USA. Hi Kim, what are you guys introducing at this NAB?
We're showing off our next generation recoil rigs and our Gratical HD, which we're very excited about. We've got a couple other new products that are more camera specific, but the big thing is that we've got these universal rigs that'll get your camera balanced no matter what camera you've got. Yeah. So this is our Indie recoil. This is the universal version of our next generation recoil rig, and on it we've got our VCT base plate. This is the base plate that works with any camera. You can slide, you've got 7 inches of adjustment so that you can slide your camera forward and back no matter what lens you're using. You'll be able to get it in the perfect position for balance, and usually that's going to be directly over your shoulder or sometimes even behind if you're using a particularly large lens. The VCT has a built-in gel padded shoulder pad, which is super comfy and works with the VCT universal style tripod plate that has a V-wedge in the front and a tail hook in the back. And the tail hook on this is adjustable, so if you have a third-party VCT base plate or VCT tripod plate, you can adjust that to work with your tripod plate. The main thing that we're really excited right now about is the Gratical HD. The Gratical HD is our micro OLED viewfinder. This is the only micro OLED viewfinder on the market that works with any camera. It's not camera specific. It'll take any HDMI or any SDI signal, and you can actually cross convert from HDMI to SDI. It's got a tiny little micro OLED display. It's like 0.61 inches, and then we magnify that up to a comfortable field of view. We packed 5.4 million dots in there so that no matter how sharp the picture is, you're not going to see the pixels, and it is a very sharp picture. Many people don't even bother to use peaking or any focus assist because it's so sharp and they can really see what they're doing. We've got it mounted to our rig with the Axis Mini. This is a really nice piece of equipment because it just mounts directly into the top handle or to any 15mm rod port, and it lets you get the Gratical in the perfect position for your eyesight. Some of the other features on the Gratical that I just forgot to talk about. The Gratical HD also has, we added vector scope, waveform, and histogram scopes so that you can use those tables to see what you're doing. And even when you've got the scopes displayed underneath the image, it's still a 720 HD image in the Gratical so that you can still see what you're doing. We also created the ability to create, import, and export LUTs, lookup tables, because most cameras with their logs, when they're recording in their log formats, they're kind of washed out. It's hard to see what you're doing. So you can apply a LUT, and then that brings the color up so you can actually see what the finished product might look like. It makes it a little bit easier to focus, a little bit more easy to see what you're doing as the shooter. Another great thing is that when you're looping out to like a director's monitor, you can choose which features to loop out to. It's got an independent output stream, so you can choose to have the scopes and the LUTs and any other of the features applied to the director's monitor by itself, to both the director's monitor and the Gratical, or to the Gratical by itself. So there's a lot of great features, particularly with the Gratical. We've got it with our Z Drive and Tornado, which gives you focus control and a hand grip in one. On the other side for this rig, we've just got our regular hand grip. We will be coming out with some new wooden hand grips that have a push button so that you can quickly get it out of the way. Unfortunately, the prototype hasn't made it here yet. Some of the other new little bits that we are creating is we've got the eye. We'll be having, basically it's just the OLED display. So it's just a display, just a viewfinder, and then you use the features from the camera, like the peaking and everything from the camera. So it won't have any of its own features, but you'll be able to put those into the eye, and it's going to be a lower cost. This is the eye. Sorry. So you can see the eye here, and that's just in development, very much in development, a couple months away, but we are working on that to get a lower cost viewfinder that you can use with any camera again.
Well, many thanks, Kim.
You're very welcome. I'm happy to help.
Thank you.